got her needles, her threads, her crafty flair, with a hoop in her hand and a smile so wide she's calling y'all.
Hello, hi, welcome to Rose Cottage Creates. Welcome back, everyone. For anyone that doesn't know, my name's Emma. For anyone returning, hi, lovely to have you back. For anyone new, hi again, welcome. How lovely that you found me. So yes, how are we all? Hope we're all well. It is a very, very grim, dark day here. It's definitely took a turn. It's Saturday, is it 29th of November? So not long left now in the month, is there? My gosh, it's flying by. So yeah, we were, what have we been up to? I'm back, it's a bit sooner than I'd planned anyway, which hopefully you'll all enjoy. Excuse me, I've still got a little bit of a tickle in my throat, but yeah, so much better after my whole sinus infection and all the illness that I was having last time. It took me ages to film, hadn't it, to get the last video up, so jumping on a little bit sooner this time. So yeah, it's lovely to be here. So yes, I hope you're all well. Anyone in America, I hope you've had a lovely Thanksgiving. I hope you've all had a lovely time with family and friends and doing all the lovely, whatever you all have, lovely meals and spending a lot of nice time together. So I hope you've all had a lovely time. We've had the craziness of Black Friday, haven't we, over here in the UK, where I think a majority of the shops all try and jump on board the Black Friday madness. And yesterday was Friday, but Alfie, my son, actually had an inset day, so they have so many days off throughout the year. So theirs was an inset day yesterday, and Kev had booked the day off as well. So we had the bright idea that we would go to a big MacArthur Glen outlet village. So for anyone in the UK, we'll know there's a couple dotted around. So we've got one, Cheshire Oaks, which is probably about a good hour and 10 minutes from us. So we decided that we'd go there for the day, and my brother came as well. So the four of us. Well, I thought we'd made it in really good timing, so we got there about 9:10 in the morning, and already, my gosh, the queues and the traffic to just get into the place was mental. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, we were really lucky that we managed to sneak around the back. There's sort of a like another shopping complex there, so we actually parked there and then just walked into Cheshire Oaks because it was absolutely crazy. So yeah, we managed to get a car parking space and spent the day there, which was lovely. We had a lovely day. So yeah, why we decided to pick probably one of the busiest shopping days of the year, I have no idea. In my head it sounded a good idea at the time. Now I'm not quite sure. But yes, it's thrown me because I think because the boys were off as well. I'm now convinced that today is Sunday. Absolutely convinced of it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on today, so you'll have to bear with me. But no, we're all good. So last time, after I filmed last time, I've been on a complete roll. So I was like, right, do you know what? I'm really going to concentrate on getting some fully finishes. I'm going to work really hard. I've got all this lovely stitching that's sort of like getting close to the end and getting nearly finished and little bits. So I was like, right, it's going to be my mission, Emma. We're going to see how much we can get done. So I am really chuffed. We've got a fully finish, a finish. I've got a new start. Yeah, we've got bits of all kinds today, so I hope you're going to enjoy. So what should we start with? That's the question, isn't it? Let me have a little look. So let me see what we've been working on at the moment. That'll be a good idea. So I don't know whether I'd shown this project last time or not, actually. It was a Brenda Gervais pattern. I honestly can't remember. It was frosty. Let's just show you the pattern. Let me get my board. I can't honestly remember. I should have gone back and had a look, shouldn't I? So that's frosty, that's the pattern. It's actually called Jolly Happy Soul. Sorry, I'm saying frosty, I'm giving you the wrong information. The name of the pattern says Jolly Happy Soul, but obviously on the pillow, it just says frosty. And it's the cute little snowman. So I thought some of these little pillows would be lovely to try and make up. So not an awful lot of stitching. I think by the time I've got the words in, and there's a little bit of white going on, isn't there, in Snowman, but the rest, there's not an awful lot. So I worked on Jolly Happy Soul, and I'll show you where I am up to. So I think, I'm not using all the called for threads. So last time I think I was talking about another Brenda Gervais, where I'd struggled with some of the colours. We'd spoken about dye lots changing. There was a red that I was using for Santa, and I wasn't very happy with the red that the called for red. It was very, very orange. So we changed to Cayenne, Weeks Dye Works Cayenne, which is this lovely red. So I used that, and the snow is just a DMC, let me just see, 3865. So I used both of those in the last project that I was working on, another Brenda Gervais, which I will get to in a minute, because it is finished, and it is fully finished, and I'm delighted with it. So I thought to keep with the same kind of colour scheme. I mean, there is not, looking at the red, I mean, there is barely any red. I think it is literally just for the birds. There's some tiny, tiny birds on his hat, and then one down here, and then maybe a slight bit for the berries. I'm sorry if there's a bit of a glare there. So there's not going to be an awful lot of the red anyway in that pattern. So I thought I'll keep with some of the colour scheme that I had going on. And this is where we're up to so far. So I really should have took it out of the frame, because I've just realised that you can't actually see half of the words. I'm so sorry. As you can tell, today is not planned as usual. Emma has a bright idea that she'll jump on and record and doesn't actually think things through. So that's nothing to worry about there, that little splodge. That is a heat removable pen, which I'd just put a dot so I knew where I was going to work. So I have done all the lettering. Like I say, I'm so sorry. There is the F and the R tucked in there. So all the lettering's done. I've got some snowflakes in here, and then working up onto the snowman. And it is the same fabric that I used for the pillow, which I actually don't know. Let's have a little look in my notes and see if I wrote it down, if anyone's interested in the colour scheme, because I did, like I said, I did keep with the, it's Picture This Plus, so it's 36 count, it is Picture This Plus Heartland. So that's the, oh gosh, losing my trail of thought, sorry. That's the fabric, which is gorgeous. And yeah, I do know that the white is blending, isn't it? It's blending quite a bit in, but you know what? It's not, you can actually see it more here. It looks to me like it's fading out slightly on the camera, but you can see it a lot more there. I think that's better, isn't it? And you can see it a lot more true to life when you're looking up close to it. But I actually don't mind anyway. I kind of don't mind that it blends in, because it's quite subtle, and I don't mind that the snowflakes aren't overly noticeable, because to be honest, the colour that was called for was really, so I was explaining last time, if you remember, for anyone that was here, it was a really, really yellow. It was a yellow, I'm going to say it wasn't even yellowy white. It was really, to me, it had an awful lot of yellow and cream, not even cream. Yeah, it just didn't look right. So I thought I'm going to replace it for this white, because obviously I do want white snow, and I do want a white snowman. So that's where we've got up to with Frosty. So like I say, there's probably not, if I picked it up and worked on it, there wouldn't be an awful lot of work left to do. I mean, I'm probably about halfway through the snowman anyway. So yeah, I need to just concentrate, pull that one out now and concentrate it on getting that one finished. Because like I say, I wanted to get quite a lot of the whips completed, which leads me on, and I've just thought I haven't actually got the pattern here with me. So I will insert a picture in here. So this is the the project that I was just talking about last time, where I changed out some of the colours. So it's another Brenda Gervais, another with thy needle and thread. And I managed to finish it, and I managed to fully finish it, and boy am I delighted. Absolutely delighted with this one. I couldn't be any happier. I love it. So I've made it into a pillow. So that's the red that we changed out, if you can see there, and his beard. So that's the Weeks Dye Works Cayenne and 3865 for the white, the DMC. And I think the rest were called for, but oh, I love it. And that's the backing fabric. And then all around the top is this gorgeous, like, silky trim. Oh, I'm just made up. I'm so chuffed with it. I think it's probably one of my nicest makes ever. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna hold my hands up and say it. I'm so chuffed. I am so chuffed with it. I love the pattern. I love the pattern as soon as I saw it. And as I was stitching it, I just thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous. But yeah, when I completed it, I was delighted. So I think the fabric goes well. That was just a fabric that I had in. And I thought it's nice with the sort of browny, beigey colour scheme. But the trim, so this is, I've bought these packs from the Stitchery Sisters website. So Nikki, that I do all my embroidery from, the Stitchery, Sarah, her sister, has now got her own website called the Stitchery Sisters, and she sells this trim, and it's called, it's an American seam. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm so sorry, I'm giving you half a story. But it's long pieces of like a ribbon. But she'd said to me to get it sort of like, because I like the way it's sort of bunched up. I don't know if you can see. I mean, I'm sure everyone is more aware than me about how to do this anyway. But the silk, I basically just dampened it, scrunched it all up, and let it dry. Just literally left it to dry, and it all curls up, so it all gives you that lovely like ruching effect. So it was literally just a piece that I'd bought. Well, I bought a pack, so there's a couple of different colours in it. So I just picked the colour, obviously, that I thought was most suited to this project. Dampened it, scrunched it all, left it to dry, and then just literally tacked it all around. So I did just hand sew that on. I know before, for, I think it was for my little pillow down there, the one with the mushroom, is it the toadstool down there, the acorn, I did use a hot glue gun, and I like that, and it's really quick, it's really easy. But I'm a bit messy with that, and I wanted this quite neat and precise, so I thought, no, I'm just gonna go into run and tack, run my thread through and tack it all on. So I've just stitched that in. But yeah, absolutely love it. So I need to change out this, don't I, now for all the autumnal, and maybe get some more wintry things in there going on. So yeah, like I say, I'm delighted, absolutely delighted with that one. Love, love, love. So I thought if I keep the same fabric for the Frosty the Snowman one that I'm working on, I've got the same fabric and kind of the same colour scheme. So like I say, it's going to be the same red, the same white. I thought they'll look quite nice. I don't know what I'll back the other one in. I'm sure I'll probably make it into a small pillow like this one, but I'm not sure what I'll back that, whether I'll use the same. I think I have got some of the same fabric. Whether I'll use the same, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that is one fully finished, which I'm delighted with. So let me see, where do we go now? I'll show you, let's go into a new start. Why not? I haven't had any new starts for a while. Saying that, it's been, because it was my birthday month, I was inviting people to stitch along on the animal crackers, on Stacy Nash animal crackers, and I've also started nettle. So I think I showed nettle last time. Unfortunately, nettle's not had much love these last couple of weeks, so I've been dedicating my time to still animal crackers, but all the other projects. So yeah, I've still got nettle that's got the start of a stripy legs and then not much more. So we've not even filled in the bottom of her tights or anything. So I must get back to poor nettle. But my new start, so let's have a look what this is. So as I was just talking about Sarah, obviously Nikki is who I get my embroidery from, but Sarah is the lovely lady behind the cross stitching. So Nikki does the embroidery, Sarah does the cross stitching, and gosh, this was probably released, was it earlier in the year? I'm not sure. Yeah, it must have been earlier in the year. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sorry, it says on the front if I just read it. So it was designed for the Christmas in July. So it's only been out since July, and it is the Stitchery Sisters, and it is called Nordic Heirloom Christmas Sampler. And I hope you can see that there. It's a bit glary. Tell you what, bear with, and I'll just take it out of the packaging. I'm sorry, I don't want to crumple too much, but I know sometimes it's really hard to see, isn't it, in the plastic? Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful piece? So if I bring it in, so it's quite delicate. Sorry, I hope you can see all right there. This room that I'm in has got huge, big glass sliding doors and some window. Oh gosh, what are they called? Oh my gosh, the window light things, the roof in the roof. We don't put a curtain up, you know what I mean. Anyway, so hopefully there's a lot of light coming in and you can see that okay. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of work in this one. So obviously they're each individual small. So we've got jumpers, we've got some Christmas trees, it says Noel, all these lovely little houses and big wreath in the middle. So yeah, I'm saying it's going to be a lot of work. I mean, each motif is quite small. So it might not be, she says, hoping. So I've had that for a bit and obviously not got round to starting it. But I just thought, I need to bite the bullet. So I'm not doing it on the called for fabric. And I have actually seen this fully finished piece at the Stitchery in real life. And it is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. It's one of those pieces that I feel like the picture doesn't do it justice. If you see it, it's stunning. It really is stunning. And I can't remember what fabric. I think Sarah went for, is it sanguine? Is it sanguine? Weeks? Is that how you pronounce it? So yeah, so it was Weeks Dye Works sanguine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's what Sarah has stitched hers on. I didn't have that in stock. Yeah, I could have bought some, but I was very good. And I thought, you know what, I've got some beautiful pieces of fabric anyway that I have bought from Sarah. So I was sensible and bought what I had. But I am using, let's just get all the called for colours, which are all Weeks Dye Works. So I'll just show you those. What gorgeous colour collection. Sarah's really give it some lovely thought. I think the colours are gorgeous together. Because they're just small motifs as well. So yeah, there's some beautiful ones in there. And let me just see, have I got a thing of what I'm doing it on? Oh, normally there's a little tag, isn't it, on the material? Did I write it down? Probably not. Oh, I know what I've done. I've kept the piece of paper So it came in this little pack. So I did buy it from Sarah. So it is Fibre on a Whim Cafe au lait. That's what I am stitching it on. So I had bought that fabric anyway from when I was at the stitchery. And I haven't done an awful lot. Let's check that bit was the right way. So that is my start. But I already know I am going to love it. I'm going to love it. So there. Sorry, I've just put the pattern back in. But I have started up in this corner. Over here with just a tiny bit of the border. And I obviously, as per usual, I am stitching on 36 count because that seems to be my go-to. Everything I stitch is 36 count. I definitely couldn't do a higher count. I'm sure I couldn't do a higher count. I so admire these people that say I'm stitching on 40 count. I heard someone say the other day she was stitching on 56 count. 56. My gosh, that blows my mind. Their eyes must be robotic. I just don't know how. So yeah, 36 is definitely my limit. But yeah, I love it. Colours are gorgeous. Like I say, I haven't done an awful lot, and I know I'm under no illusion that it is going to take a while. But I'm going to take my time with this one. I'm not gonna rush. I know it won't be ready anytime soon. And I think with me, when I start, I do like to have finishes. I really do. I mean, me and Kerry were laughing the other day. So Kerry from Colourfully Cross Stitched. Poor Kerry, I don't think she's finished anything yet. But she doesn't care. She's just loving it, aren't you, Kerry? Loving all the new projects, loving all the new starts. And you know what? Good for you. Each to your own, I say. Do you know what? Stitch on what you want to stitch what makes you happy. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. But I personally, I don't like an awful lot of whips. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sit well with me. So as much as I like having a good couple, and it is nice to have a variety, I do love to get a finish. I do love a finish. I think it's just the sense of achievement when you finish, to actually complete something. Plus I do, whatever I'm stitching on, I do want, and I'm stitching on it obviously because I like it, I love it, and I want to display it and I want to see it. So especially for the for any like theme things, so obviously Christmas or Easter or I don't know, Valentine's, I was going to say fall, and fall in America, isn't it? Autumn here, sorry. Anything like that, you know, I do. I've lost my thought again. What was I saying? I do like to have them done to display them for that reason. So yeah, but then I understand, like I say, completely understand everyone that just wants to start everything, because there are some beautiful projects out there, aren't there? So that's where we're up to. So like I say, I am completely under no illusion it's going to take a while, and I'm fine with that. We'll go with that. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to be a nice pattern. It's an easy pattern to follow. Sarah's really thought about the design as well. She's given us a gorgeous, I think the actual pattern is a decent size, and I think I can double check, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, one's in colour and there's one in black and white as well. So if you prefer, I know some people say they prefer stitching from a coloured chart. I know a lot of people do it digitally, don't they, and put it into one of the devices. But yeah, I think there's a colour chart and there's a black and white chart as well. So it's been really well thought about. Sarah's given us a lovely pattern there. So talking about Sarah, for anyone that watched my last episode, oh sorry, my hair's going all over today. I'd been on a course, I'd been down to the stitchery, and Sarah had done the Animal Cracker Chili workshop, which for anyone that doesn't know, which I'm sure everyone knows who we're talking about. So the Animal Cracker Chili is the penguin, and the little snowman. So I'd been on a workshop, which was lovely. Like I say, for anyone that hasn't seen, there's a lot in my last episode that talks a lot about the course and things. So obviously I wanted to get this one complete, especially with him being wintry and Christmassy, and you know, I really did want him boxed off. So I am absolutely delighted again to have a finish. So there he is. There is gorgeous Chili with, if you can hear the jingle of the little rusty bell. So Sarah obviously gave us the whole kit, which was wonderful. The pattern, the threads, it was really generous with, I hope you can see more right there, with the linen. She gave us the silk and the rusty bells, so everything finishing. So yeah, there is Chili in his glory. So the only thing is, oh, as well, for anyone that knows my drama, me and my sewing machine are really, really, really good friends at the moment. Like, really good friends. I don't know what's going on. We normally have that like love-hate relationship, but it's behaving. So yeah, these last couple of days when I've used it, it's been glorious. So yeah, finished on the sewing machine, which for me is just incredible to have got it that neat on the sewing machine. I hope you can see that okay there, because yeah, like I say, we're not always the best of friends. So yeah, finished on the sewing machine, stuffed with walnut shells, and I think I might have possibly overstuffed. I don't know. I find it really hard with the animal crackers, because I've got one, I can't remember who it was now, I think it might be the elephant one. Is it Humphrey? And I feel like I've understuffed, and now this one I feel like I've overstuffed, so it is quite it's quite weighty, it's quite a heavy little penguin. So Sarah did say when we were on the workshop that she'd stitched Chili. She hadn't really read the instructions properly, which hands down is probably my trick to a T. I think I just pick something up and think I can do it without reading the instructions. So we both done one strand of thread over two. One strand of thread over two, which was correct, but I think in the pattern it actually says his tummy is two strands of thread over two, which I just thought was a bit bizarre. So Sarah has done it exactly the same way that I've done it, because I am more than happy working one strand. Just giving you a little bit of a close up there. Oh, cute. So I stuck with the one strand. The only difference, obviously, it would have made the white would have been a bit brighter, a bit more noticeable, but I actually really like that subtle, well, obviously, like probably as you can already tell from my other projects that I'm working on, I am fine with it being that sort of more muted, not so bright white. I know that's not for everyone, and that again, that's fine, but yeah, I was more than happy to just work one strand of floss. So yeah, I've literally just added this on. So it was a bit of the silk, again, that Sarah put on, and the little bell. So I've just added that onto the base of his hat. So yeah, I am delighted. Love, love, love. Little Chili can stay out. So I think he'll be coming up here on display. And of course, Snowman. So Snowman is also complete. There we are. Let's see if you can see that there. Oh, cute. So again, I've still stuck with the one strand, which I think is more than enough. And again, all the finishing pieces that Sarah gave us. So just looped the silk, made a little bow, and again a little rusty bell at the top there. So yeah, I don't know whether he will be hung, I'm not sure, or whether he'll just sort of sit up with his ribbon on him anyway. But yeah, he's a cute one, isn't he? He's tiny. And the colours are lovely, the Weeks Dye Works colours. I think have worked out really nice for that. So they are both complete, which I am delighted. And I know you've seen before, so I won't spend too long. I have Raven, and I did complete Raven. So he was been done and spoke about on a last, maybe not even my last episode, it could even be the one before. But what I didn't do, so I had completed Raven, but I hadn't made his, well, it's like a lantern, isn't it? I hadn't made that, I just made Raven. And I thought, you know what, I should really make the small, because I think a lot of the animal crackers always come with like an accessory or an extra little bit, and I always forget to do them. I think I'm just concentrating on making the actual animal cracker. So I have actually gone back, and made his little lantern. And that I've actually, with this one, I've just stuffed that with toy stuffing. I think because it's quite small and dainty, I didn't really want that. I love the walnut shells, I love them for the animals, but because this isn't really going to stand up, I just wanted sort of a soft, flat. Now here on the pattern, he is actually attached to Raven. If you can see, sorry, it's glaring there. He is actually attached to Raven's hands. And I didn't know whether to do that or not, but I've done quite a silly thing really. So the fabric I've stitched Raven in is a different fabric to the piece that I've stitched his lantern in. And I know it doesn't matter, I always back them in a different fabric anyway, but I don't know whether it goes. I don't know. I mean, I know looking there, it looks a great match to his clothes. It's perfect, really. It blends in really well. But I don't know about the material, the linen that I stitched him on, because it's slightly more browny. So yeah, it should sort of just sit. I think you just attach it in there, and then obviously he's holding it. So I don't know, I didn't know whether to do that. I was going to stitch it on last night, and then I was like, I'm not sure. I just don't know whether they go. So I've made it. I don't know whether to just stand it near him. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's not going in a museum. It's only going to be in the house. It's only going to be family that are going to see it. So it doesn't really matter if it's exactly colour coordinated. But I don't know. I do kind of like things like that, and I like it all to just be right. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish I just stuck to the same material, but it's fine. So I might just stand it with him. Like I say, he doesn't have to be holding it, does he? So it's fine. So yeah, I was more than happy to get those boxed off as well. And then, sorry, we're still sticking with the theme of animal crackers. I'm so sorry, I've got such an itchy nose as well. Oh, I could get a surprise. Still sticking with the animal crackers. I had also made Bobbin. So Bobbin the mouse, for anyone who's not aware. Again, I haven't got the pattern on me at the moment. I don't know where Bobbin has hit. So I'll pop Bobbin's little picture in here and you can see what I'm talking about. So I'd made Bobbin up, but I didn't have the bobbin for Bobbin. So as you'll see, I've seen in the picture, a bobbin does sit on top of a bobbin. So when I was down at the stitchery, Nikki, kind Nikki, come to my rescue and found me a bobbin. So there we have Bobbin. Oh, can you see that okay? So Bobbin is sat on this lovely, gorgeous old bobbin where I have just wound some thread around, and then it comes up and it actually goes through Bobbin's needle. So it looks like Bobbin's working away, stitching away, like us all. But yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. The only thing that that pained me a little bit, I had to get the hot glue gun out and stick bobbin, mouse bobbin to the bobbin. Oh, and that kind of filled me with dread a bit last night. I was like, oh, I don't know, all my work, and then I'm just putting the glue gun on it. But no, I think she looks great, doesn't she? She's going to look fab. I'm sorry if the colour's blurring out a bit there. That was all cord 4 threads. But yeah, looks fab on the bobbin. So she can now be displayed with all the others. What else? So also, talking about animal crackers, so I had posted on Instagram, for anyone that follows me on Instagram, anyone that doesn't, my name on Instagram, I'll pop down in the description below for anyone that wants to go and check me out. But it is 3, so just the number 3, M-E-M Rose, R-O-S-E. So 3M Rose is my name over on Instagram. So I have completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I posted about my birthday. If anyone wanted to join in with stitching the animal crackers. And I said about how much I love the animal crackers, and this is what I was working on. And I'd actually put a picture on of Hedgehog, the pear, again Stacy Nash, but it was the pear needle book. Again, I'll pop a picture in here so you can all see. And it was the hedgehog, and then I posted it. And give me my due, because I hadn't been well, around that time. But I'd looked and I was like, oh my gosh, there's me saying like, oh, we're going to be working on the animal crackers, and I am fully aware that a needle book is not an animal cracker. So why I'd said it, I have no idea. But saying that, I stitched Hedgehog, and I had all the things. I had the Lady Creates velveteen for the back, the proper colours that was going to go in the book. Had everything, and then I finished Hedgehog the other day, and I was going to make it up, and then I was like, do you know what? I'm never ever going to use the needle book. I'm not going to use it as a needle book. And then I was thinking, would I display a needle book? I don't know. Possibly, possibly not. So I had a brainwave, and I thought, well, do you know what? I've stitched Hedgehog. Why don't I make Hedgehog into an animal cracker? Can't be any harder than all the others. So there we have Diddy Hedgehog. I can't even hold her. She's so small. So there she is, all complete, with the little grass and the mushrooms. And I have backed her in the Lady Creates velveteen, which I had anyway. So isn't she cute? I'm sorry there's no good way of showing this, is there? Oh, she reminds me of Beatrix Potter, doesn't she? Of the hedgehog. Was it Mrs. Tiddlywinks? Was it possibly? I just made that up and give her a new name. So yeah, so we've got a Diddy animal cracker that wasn't really an animal cracker, but is now my animal cracker. So yeah, I highly recommend, if anyone's got this pattern and is also thinking the same as me, that they don't want it in a needle book, or they're not going to use it as a needle book, I highly recommend making it into a Diddy animal cracker. So she is going to sit with my whole collection of animal crackers, which keeps growing and growing by the week. I can't even hold them all. So we've got chili and snow. Sorry, Raven's not going to get in either. Look at them all. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. Made up to have these finishes. So yeah, I'm sorry. I should actually rename today's episode as Stacy Nash Animal Cracker, shouldn't I? I feel like that's all I've waffled on about. But it was my month, and it was my birthday month. It was the month of animal crackers. So yeah, I kind of feel like I've done that justice, haven't I? I've lived up to the to what I said I was going to do. So there you go. can't be too mad because I've done it, haven't I? So yeah, no, I'm really, really happy to have a lot of those finished and boxed off, because like I say, I actually adore the animal crackers. I love them. So to have them done and finished and complete, I am made up. So yeah, I'm really, really going to look forward to putting them on display. So how I'm going to display them, I'm not quite sure. I know we were saying the other day, people have got the shaker boxes. Some people use like the tier trays. So yeah, we'll have to see where we're going to go with that one. Right, moving on now. I am done. Draw a line under Stacy Nash now, as much as I love her. This one I am chuffed with. Chuffed. Kerry, this is a surprise. You will be shocked when you see this. So me and Kerry from Colourfully Cross Stitched were working on a project together. Well, we both wanted to start this pattern. I've spoke about it in so many of my episodes. It's the witchy stitcher, and it's the difference between medicine and poison. Again, I'll pop a picture in so everyone can see. I was stitching it, Kerry is stitching it. We've both gone completely different. Neither of ours are the called for. Mine mainly because I had a nightmare with my fabric. I can't work on dark fabric. That is an absolute now. That's a no. I've tried so many different tips and tricks, and yeah, that wasn't working. So my fabric choice completely changed, but I did use all the called for colours of thread. Kerry has completely gone off the scale, so she is using, well, I won't give it away because that's Kerry's work, but she's using a completely different fabric choice and completely different thread choice. So yeah, both of ours couldn't be any more different. But I was sick of the project. That's really bad. The pattern is beautiful. The pattern's amazing. Love the pattern. We just have not got on with this pattern at all. And numerous people that I've spoke to have all hit a brick wall with this pattern, and I don't know what it is, but so many times there were so many bits that had to be frogged and restarted. I can't tell you how many mistakes I made in this project. I think Kerry's been the same. Pam from Ditsy Daisy, she knows people as well that have had a nightmare with it. So I kind of feel glad that it's not just me. I just don't know what it is. And it's a big project, but there's a lot of stop, start. So I was reaching my limit with it, and I was like, do you know what? I wanted it done for Halloween. It was not done for Halloween. And then I was like, I really need to see this through. I think more mentally, I need to get it boxed off. It's got to be done. It's just got to be done. End of. I don't want it to put me off the pattern anymore because I love it. I have loved the pattern. And I can finally say we are complete. Right, I'm really sorry. I really hope you're going to be able to see that. Ta-da! What do we think? I'm just so delighted to have it done. But I am fully aware that the colours are really blending with the fabric. So obviously it says which you can see difference. So obviously some of these are really blending in. I mean, you can see it more in real life. Obviously between medicine and poison. There again, that's another one that's really is in. Sorry, I'll just pull that up. So you can see it, but it's super ghosting, isn't it? And I don't know what to do. I know when I'd showed it to Kerry a while ago, she'd said to me she really liked it. She thought it was really good the way it was sort of like tone on tone and it blends in. I just don't think I could face doing any more. I don't think I could face doing any back stitching. And then I don't want it to ruin it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just so delighted to have it finished. Obviously, I haven't done anything with it. It will probably be framed. It was Fox and Rabbit Cactus Wren, for anyone that was wondering about the fabric. I hope you can see okay. It's not got the board behind it now. Like I said, it's the pattern is absolutely amazing, but it was just, it was a lot. And like I said, so I was speaking to Kerry and Pam the other day, and I mean, I've only been cross stitching since March, which isn't long, and I probably threw myself in at the deep end. I went straight on 36 count linen and straight with 1 strand over 2. And yeah, a lot of people that I've told have been like, oh wow, Emma, that's crazy. Like, obviously I know Ada is a lot easier to stitch on. Obviously smaller counts would probably be easier on my eye. But I love it. I just love linen, and I love that count. I like the way it looks. So yeah, it's totally my own fault. Like I say, I'm fairly new to this cross stitching malarkey, aren't I? So I don't think I've done too bad, have I? Considering that, like I said, I've only started since March. You know, I think I've picked probably some maybe advanced patterns, if that's the right word. I mean, there's something to be said, isn't there, for a 1 colour block stitching. Maybe I should have built up to a pattern like this, but I think with me is I see a pattern that I love, and I probably don't think, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I won't be able to do that. I'm like, oh, I love it, I'm doing it, and jump straight in. So I am delighted with it. I do love it. I just don't think I could face any back stitching, but I mean, let me know if you think it really needs back stitching. Please let me know in the comments, or if you think that it is quite nice on the same tone. And again, you know, it's only going to be displayed in the house. Does it really matter? You know, I know I do like things nice, and not a perfectionist, but you know, I want it to be nice, but it's not the end of the world. And I think once it's in a frame, it'll be lovely. So yeah, I'm chuffed. Do you know what? I'm just delighted to be enjoying such a lovely hobby and craft, and having the things complete. And like I said, you know, there's a sense of achievement, isn't there? I think when we finish something, to look and be like, even now I'm like, wow, like that was just a piece of linen and just a piece of thread before we started. It's magic, isn't it? It's like when I crochet sometimes, I still forget that was a ball of wool. Like, these amazing things that have been made has just literally been from a ball of wool and a hook, a crochet hook. So yeah, chuffed with that one. One last look. So Kerry, I hope you love it. I hope I give you the incentive to carry on with yours, because I feel your pain. It is a bit of a random stitch. So come on, Kerry, you can do it. We'll get you there. So wow, yeah, I think that is it with the cross stitching. But considering it's not been that long, it's been about a fortnight, I think, since I was last here. So I feel like I've done a lot these last 2 weeks, which I'm delighted with, absolutely delighted. And then, oh yeah, so I haven't really bought an awful lot at the moment. I'm going to the Jingle Ball, I did mention last time, so anyone that's going to the Jingle Ball, that will be amazing. And I do want to get Ginger, Stacy Nash Ginger, which I haven't bought yet, which is fine, because I'm in no rush to do I know some people have been stitching up, haven't they, ready for the class, but I'm really not bothered. Like, I won't, even if I'd bought it, I would have had no intention of having it finished. So I'm more than happy with getting that sort of even the day before. That it doesn't matter, I can work on that whenever. I think that I'll find the class really interesting. So I need to get ginger. I haven't got an awful lot else except Peakside Needleworks, the website in the UK, was extremely lucky to get some with thy needle and thread patterns in the other day. So because obviously they're really, really, really hard to get in the UK. So I was super, super lucky and managed to get the new, so I got Bells Are Ringing. Sorry for the glare. Let me see if I can pop it on here. I'm sure you'll all have seen these anyway. And now this is not something that I would normally stitch. Well, I don't know. I did stitch one, didn't I? My very first one. If you go back to episode 1, the library one that I wanted to do for Kev, that had the big house in it. Was it Miss Bingley's library? Was that Plum Street? I think that's a Plum Street one. But yeah, I wouldn't normally go for anything like this, but I really liked it. I thought that was a really nice one. So I've bought that one. I have bought Sweater Weather with the cute snowman. And the last one I got was the snowman, the 3 pillows there. Sorry, am I holding that the wrong way, aren't I? There we are. Like I say, I'm sure you've seen them everywhere. But yeah, they're cute, aren't they? So I don't know when I'll start those. Whether I will start them now coming into December, I'm not sure, but I was really lucky to get those. So other than that, that is all I bought at the moment, and I'm pretty sure that is it with the cross stitching. So if you are interested, I'll show you my bits of embroidery that I've also been working on. Again, for anyone that's new here, I've embroidered probably for about 5 years now. So although I'm new to cross stitching, I have embroidered for a good couple of years, and I'm a huge fan of Nikki, the Stitchery. So she just does the most beautiful designs. So I have been working on the herbarium, which is a monthly subscription kit. So we are getting different pattern every month, and I'm making mine on this, is it cardi paper? Like the handmade paper. I've made it into sort of like a scrapbook. So I'll just quickly flick, because I've shown these in, I think in every episode I show these, so I don't want to bore you all with the same. So every page is a scrapbook, but I've just completed yarrow. Oh, every time. So I have a pin in here, and every time it gets me, and they are so sharp. Oh, look at that, it's even drawn blood. So there is yarrow. So that is the embroidery, if you can see there. So it comes with the tag. So I stick the tag on, but I put this these pins through each one, and I don't, every time I do it, I open it and stab myself, and they're so sharp. So this is gorgeous. I'm just wondering if that is that zooming in okay there? Can you see? French knots. Lots and lots of gorgeous French knots for this embroidery. So that is yarrow with the gorgeous tag, and that is my scrapbooking page for yarrow. So I've kept it quite simple this month. I wanted it, I think, because yarrow is quite a plain pattern. not plain, that's probably the wrong words, because it's not plain, it's stunning. It's probably one of my favourites. The colours are very like muted, aren't they? That's the word I'm looking for. Very natural, very delicate. So I wanted the opposite page to match. So I always sort of put the name on something on a tag. I normally stamp them, just ink stamp on the name or a typewriter. So it's number 10, this one. So they're just some of the threads that all came in the kit. And then I just write at the bottom, so yarrow is always used for the healing of wounds and stopping bleeding, which I probably could do with now for my poor finger. Could probably do with a bit of yarrow for that. No, it's not that bad, I'm joking. So yeah, that's the scrapbooking page. So for anyone that does get the kits, the yarrow kits, or for anyone that doesn't know, Nikki does the embroidery and Sarah actually does a cross stitch for each month. But because obviously when I signed up to this in January, I didn't cross stitch at the time, so I was just doing the embroidery kits. So that's why I decided to put them in a book and sort of do it with the scrapbooking. But I know some people are doing the embroidery and the cross stitching as well, so they also look great, especially if they're going to be in a book, because you can have one side of the embroidery and one side of the cross stitch, so they're going to look really, really good. But yeah, so there's not many left now, getting literally to the last couple of pages, because we're always like a month behind. So that was 10, specimen number 10, so that would have been October's, is that right? Yeah, and then we should just be waiting for November's. I think Nikki said as well that they're getting posted out next week, because it all gets a little bit hectic for poor Nikki at the stitchery, because obviously she's not a huge big company. They do everything there themselves. And Drew, her husband, and I think she ropes some other people in to help out, normally her mum and Sue and everyone. So it's all systems go for poor Nikki at the stitchery at the moment, getting everyone's Christmas gifts out. So yeah, there's just be another 2, won't there? There'll be November and December to fill in the book. So I'll look forward to completing that. But also, so Nikki has just released, she's just let everyone know that there will be another subscription next year. Each year obviously is a completely different theme. And next year the theme is called Time for Tea. So Nikki's explained that, because instantly you kind of think tea bags, where are we going with this? So Nikki was explaining that because she likes to do a lot of floral type patterns, she's sort of going down the route of fruit teas. But obviously each one, so there might be one month where it does include, say, a teapot or a teacup, but a lot of the time I think this is what Nikki is possibly thinking, that it's going to be a wreath, so like a floral wreath. So obviously, I mean, the fruits and flavoured teas out there now, you know, lavender, the list is endless, isn't there? There's lemon, there's all kinds. So I'm guessing that each month will include something along those lines. So obviously maybe I don't know, maybe one of the months is sort of like a sleepy type one, and it will be lavender, and it'll probably be a wreath which will include lavender and things. So anyway, it sounds beautiful, it sounds gorgeous. I would definitely be signing up again, because I love my monthly kits. I've done them for a good couple of years now. And Sarah is doing a cross-stitching one as well to accompany it. But now Sarah's going down a different route. Now I think I think Nikki has told Sarah that this is what Sarah's going to do. Am I right? Sarah is going to be kind of making kind of like a tea bag, and it's going to be a 3D. So I'm guessing possibly like this, or this kind of size, so like I'd done the hedgehog, but it's going to be like a tea bag, and there's going to be obviously cross stitching on there, so whether there's going to be text writing or embellishments, you know, small pictures of things. So I don't know, we'll see where that one goes. But obviously if you sign up, you can also sign up for the cross stitching as well. So I think possibly I might have to sign up for them both this year, because like I say, I didn't do the cross stitching because I was not a cross stitcher in January. So I will look forward to that one very much. Let's pop the book down there. And I thought what I would show you, obviously still talking about Nikki and her embroidery. I have a feeling now this was last Christmas's. I don't know whether this was in the Christmas Eve box. I can't actually remember when this one was released. But look at that. So again, this is embroidery. But how gorgeous is that? So this is actually going to be a series. So it is a wreath. It's a Christmas wreath. And we've got all the little elves busily working away. One up his ladder, hanging all the decorations. We've got the fairy. I think she's spreading joy with putting all the baubles up. And yeah, and we've got the snow and the presents. So yeah, I thought that is absolutely adorable. So I just thought you might like to see that one. Because this is, like I say, this is actually a series. And Nikki has also, so this is the first one. Sorry, it's not staying there very well. Just trying to give you a close-up because, oh, it's so pretty. This is the first one. Nikki has released the second one, which I think was that a Christmas in July as well? Which I have, well, or should I say I am getting. Kev has kindly got that and popped that away for me as one of my Christmas presents. So I will need to stitch that one. So I'm getting number 2. And I think number 3 is possibly in the Christmas Eve box this year. Or going to be released. It's in something that she's got coming out this year, this Christmas. So I think there's going to be 3 of them. So hence the reason, and I'm sure Nikki has said that there could be even more. I think the possibilities are going to be endless with this one. So where these are going to take her. So that is why this one, although it's finished, it's not fully finished because I didn't actually know what to do with it. I normally would have made that into a pillow. But because there's going to be a few different ones in the series, I don't know, I've left it, which is such a shame as well because it is literally, it's just been left folded up in the bag, and obviously it's so gorgeous. It needs to be displayed, but like I say, if there's going to be a few of them, I don't want to do anything with it just yet in case I'm going to do something with them all. So I kind of think I need to hang fire and maybe see them when they're stitched together. But yeah, it is a shame. I feel like maybe I could just hang that on the wall like that now as it is, couldn't I? Just so I could look at it. So we'll see about that. But I just thought I'd show you that one because I think that is just... It's such a pretty design. I mean, Nikki's work is just so beautiful. There's just a certain style to it. It's just gorgeous. The colours that she picks and everything about it. I love, 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 love. So that is obviously complete. And one last one. I can't remember whether I'd shown this. If I did, it would have been a lot earlier episode, probably one of my first videos. I can't remember whether I'd shown. Well, I'm calling it Snow Day because I've put on there Snow Day, but this was a winter stitch along. So Nikki has sort of split these. That was one panel there, and then each one of these was a different panel, and I think it was weekly, and we worked on it every week. So Nikki would release small bits of the pattern and videos and things. So we worked on each small bit. So obviously these are all the birds, the flocks of the birds when they're migrating, and all these ones, like the silhouette of the ones sat on the tree, then the gorgeous houses, the row of the houses, all the bulbs and the snowdrops, and then obviously the next one's snowmen, obviously putting their washing out on the line with the socks and their quilted blankets. And then down at the bottom, the bare trees, again with some of the birds. And then you could put whatever you wanted in this box. So I had a scrap of material and I printed Snow Day on that. And it's framed just in a black, there's no glass, just in a black frame. So yeah, I think that it's the perfect season. Not that we've got snow here or had snow yet, but I think that's that needs to come out on display now, doesn't it? So I thought I'd give you all a quick look at that. And what else is there left to say? I have been very, very lucky because my birthday is November. Kev always gets me Nikki's advent calendar, so I always say, well, that's my birthday present. I have to wait a couple of weeks for it to be delivered, and then I have it all through December to work on. So it was actually delivered very late last night. I'm surprised Royal Mail was still working. No spoilers, obviously there's not going to be any spoilers, but in the box, I'll just quickly show. Gorgeous wrapping. So this is number 1. And this was, Nikki was explaining to make sure that we didn't throw that away, because it's in sort of the outer box packaging and then it's at the bottom of that. So then bear with. And then obviously this is what we get inside. So this is the main advent. This gorgeous box, the stitchery, and it says Christmas at the stitchery, and it's a lovely, gosh, it's so big. It's a gorgeous magnetic box. So I haven't even opened it myself, so I don't want to. Oh, I have a little peep. Obviously, I don't want any spoilers. I am most definitely keeping mine to see me through every day in December. But I just thought I'd quickly show that. So I've got that gorgeous box of loveliness to start in, well, Monday. My gosh, Monday is December, isn't it? So I'll really look forward to starting that. So I have that for my birthday. And also, my brother, David, kindly gets me my Toft Advent. Again, I have that for my birthday, but I'm more than happy to wait and have it throughout December. So that's the crochet that I love to do. So this is interesting. So this is, I've tried to rip that off just because it has all my details on it. So this is the Toft box, which to me looks like a tree. Looks like the bark of a tree. And this looks like vines, sort of swooshing around, but the whole box is like that. I mean, they're amazing because every year, so I should just say as well, this is a mystery. So we actually don't know what we're making. We have no idea. But I mean, I've done every one that she's released, and all of them, like they've never ever disappointed. They've all been amazing. And I think it's just, I don't know, something quite special about, interesting about not knowing. So every day you'll receive an email, which is that day's part of the pattern. So like I say, on the 1st, we'll get it sent out, the first part of the pattern, and then obviously make whatever it is. But I will just show, because this has just baffled me. So as we've opened it, I mean, what is that? Because now I feel like we're in the Big Top Circus. Is that just me, or does that just look like a tent, like the Big Top? So I've no idea how we've gone, oh, I've just dropped the piece of paper, how we've gone from the tree to the big top. So I don't quite know. So I just take out that tissue, and it's going to be really difficult. Oh, there you go, you can see. I can't tip it too much. So the boxes, so obviously all along each one, and it's still like got the tree trunk on it. So yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. So each box, obviously, for each day. So yeah, wow, that will, I don't know what to expect really with that one. But I thought I'd just quickly show you them. And they're my advents for this year. So very, very, very lucky. Like I said, I'm very glad that I've got a birthday in November. And it's quite close to Christmas. So I'll really enjoy getting stuck into them. And I'm sure I'll pop on at some point. I've got no plan, I never make plans. You all know me by now, never make plans because plans never work out around here. Just go with the flow. That's what I've learned over the years. I'm sure I'll be back. I'm sure I'll be back in a couple of weeks. And it will be nice to pop on and show you as well how everything's going and what treats are in the advent. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything cross-stitch related this year. Like I say, I'm quite new to the cross-stitching party, and I didn't really know what cross-stitching advents are out there. Yeah, I never really give it a thought about cross-stitching ones. So if anyone does know of any good ones, I know the caterpillar cross-stitch, I know a few people have mentioned them. I don't know. I had a brainwave the other day, and I thought, my perfect advent, like for cross-stitching, would be, and now please tell me if this does exist, then this would be amazing. If not, then let's see if we can make this happen. Because I thought the perfect cross-stitching calendar for me would be a mixture of everything sort of cross-stitching related. So say it had, I don't know, maybe 8, 10 patterns in it, all different, all from different designers, maybe cross-stitching, probably cross-stitching, oh, obviously the cross-stitching, probably Christmas related. So imagine like maybe about 10 different Christmas cross-stitching patterns. Obviously it could get expensive if we done like 24. So obviously I'm not going to go too crazy, but I just thought, and then odd bits, like wouldn't it be lovely to have maybe one day a piece of linen, or one day, even if it's just like a floss, a Weeks Dye Works floss in one of the days, or one or two flosses that that's going to be used for certain ones of the patterns, or I don't know. In my mind, this sounded amazing, and I would love something like that. That would be amazing. And I just thought, oh, if that existed, that would be so cool. So I don't know. It probably doesn't exist. It's probably not even doable, Emma. Probably once you've worked it out, it's probably going to be about £500 for the advent calendar. But in my head, it sounds great. Anyway, let me know. Let me know if there's any advent calendars, especially if there's anything out there that I'm imagining would be amazing. Anyway, I'll leave you all on that thought. More than welcome to leave a comment, leave anything down below. Get in touch, reach out to me. Obviously, I don't have to say it, but every time I can't thank you all enough for liking, commenting, subscribing. The channel's growing each time we put a video out there. Again, a couple more subscribers, which is lovely. Thank you all. It's brilliant. So I'm not going to go on because obviously, you know it. Love it all. Love you all. Thank you so much. And I will just say, so the song in the opening credits, obviously I'll put it in my last video. The feedback I've got has been amazing. Obviously, me and David can't take any credit for that because it was thanks to computer generated, should we say. But the song has given us all such a giggle, and it's given us some lovely comments. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably try and play it now at the end if I can. Maybe just put some pictures in. So I'm going to try and let it play the whole song, because I think last time I didn't get the whole song in. I think there's another verse. So if you liked it and if it gave you a chuckle, stay around to the very, very end and listen to the song and enjoy and keep stitching. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
Down at Rose Cottage, there's magic in the air. Emma's got her needles, her threads, her crafty flair, with a hoop in her hand and a smile so wide. She's calling y'all to join the Flosstube tribe. Rose Cottage Creates, where the stitches come alive. Threads of joy, oh, they'll make your heart thrive. So grab your floss, come laugh, come play, be part of the tribe. Start stitching today. There's roses on the windows and laughter in the breeze. Emma's crafting wonders as easy as you please. From cross-stitch stars to a quilted parade, every thread she weaves is a memory made. Rose Cottage Creates, where the stitches come alive. Threads of joy, oh, they'll make your heart thrive. So grab your floss, come laugh, come play, be part of the tribe. Start stitching today. Whether you're a pro or just learning the ropes, Emma's got the patterns, the laughs, and the hopes. With every stitch, a little dream sewn tight. Rose Cottage shines like a beacon of light. Rose Cottage Creates, where the stitches come alive. Threads of joy, oh, they'll make your heart thrive. So grab your floss, come laugh, come play, be part of the tribe. Start stitching today.